This is Daytona. The fans, the cars, the action. This is our 10th season on Fox. Wow, 10 years. That's a long time for a team to stay together in this sport. In fact, that's the longest I've been on one team. And I gotta tell you, I think this is gonna be our best yet.
NASCAR racing is back.
Back to its roots.
The good old days are back.
Good old days are back. Bump drafting is on. What's that line?
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
You're going to see some beating, and there's going to be some banging.
Oh, yeah, and you're going to see some brawl.
I'll be waiting when he comes in.
And this is Kevin Harvick going after Greg Biffle.
Just like the good old days.
He can't be doing that. I won't put up with it.
Restricted plate racing.
Who's ready? You ready?
You ready?
Are you ready for it?
I know I'm ready.
Let's go.
Back, Steve. He missed driver introductions, but for a good reason. After the drivers' meeting, Motor Racing Outreach conducts chapel service for the drivers and their families. 2/3 of the way through chapel, Joe says, I gotta go. And there was such a crowd between chapel service and the stage, he couldn't get there in time. It's okay, he only has to drop back 2 spots.
There you see it, 200 laps, 500 miles, pit road speed after being out on the racetrack at 190 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour, pit window for fuel, 44 to 46 laps.
Lee Petty in 1959 in front of a sparse crowd. It's Johnny Beaucamp at the finish line in a photo finish that took 3 days for all available newsreel and still photographs to come in and be decided.
Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Lead change. Michael Waltrip in front of Jimmy Johnson.
Got a little help down that back straightaway, a little bump draft from Denny Hamlin in that 11 car.
Larry, I think you've said it several times since the 150s. We really didn't know how good that 55 car was. I think we're getting ready to find out.
DW, he won't seize 5 points for leading the first lap of the Daytona 500. That 55 car will lead it.
He left here 100 points in the hole last year.
Well, now he has 5.
2 of the big pre-race favorites are behind Waltrip. Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Reed Sorensen.
I got to brag on his gold wheels. He would just be torn up if I did. That wheels on for the 50th anniversary.
And that may be Speedy Dry kicked up there out of turn 2. They'll take those gold wheels off of his and his teammates' car at the first pit stop and auction them for charity.
Now, it looked like the high line had to run down the back straightaway with Denny Hamlin in the 11, Tony Stewart in the 20, but Michael got a push from Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Looking to lead lap 2 here, but Johnson's going to fight back on the high side.
Larry, this is, for the start of this race, this is the driver's worst time in the race right now, other than the finish maybe. Seeing what you got and getting settled in. Try to stay with the lead pack, stay in the draft, and get settled in.
Waltrip 55 edges ahead. That's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s new ride, the 88 from Hendrick Motorsports.
And oh, by the way, it's not red, it's white.
Riding with Jeff Gordon.
These cars right now, Mike, are the hardest to drive. They will be all day long. Low air, the track's a little bit dirty, and so you got to be really, really cautious right now. A lot of give and take. Don't get in trouble here in this big pack of cars.
Johnson will lead this lap. Jimmy Johnson, the defending Sprint Cup champ. Holds off Hamlin. Now Hamlin with his teammate Tony Stewart pushing. They go for the front.
And you never know. Jimmy Johnson might have been even at that point saying, okay, if I was leading the race on the last lap, how would that work out?
Hamlin got quite a push from Stewart in the number 20.
Oh, but they got the old rod and reel out, and they're pulling him right back in.
That 9 car, the Dodgers were not very fast on qualifying day, but that 9 car has been solid every since we went into racetrack.
And for the first time in a Sprint Cup points race at Daytona, a Toyota leads a lap under green. It's Denny Hamlin.
And the new team to the Toyota camp, they're right there in the front. They've already had a 150 win. Hamlin's sitting there. It looks to me like his car is handling a little bit better than everybody else's the way he gets off a turn 2.
Hamlin dives to the inside trying to shake the draft and then comes back up top.
That's another one of those 3 wide by himself.
Yeah, you know, I thought only his teammate could do that, Kurt Busch, but I don't know. Hey, listen, it's important to lead this race. Right now, you know, you're out front, nobody around you, take advantage of it. If they can't get up there to you, it's what I call working both sides of the street. You go low, pull them up a little bit, and then you jump to the outside and pull them up a little bit.
Watching from Hamlin at Jeff Gordon. Hamlin's teammate Tony Stewart in the 20 trying to lead a lap. That's Gordon right behind the 4-time champion of this series.
You can get such a run on the high side off turn 2, and that's exactly what Stewart in the 20, Gordon in the 24 did that time.
Yeah, the reason that is, folks, is because that high line, you don't turn the wheels quite as much. The car comes off very nice and free, makes a lot of straightaway speed.
6 of 200 laps this